If there's one thing we love about the mobile, it's their sheer amount of survival games with endless replay value. What's up, what to play? I'm Ernest, and today we're going to talk about the top 10 survival iOS games of all time. The play score is an average of gamer and critic ratings. And starting the countdown is Into the Dead 2. Survival horror is Survival 2. The sequel to the hit zombie action game from 2012 gets a fine new adventure in a bigger picture. Guide a man separated from his family in a post-apocalyptic world filled with the undead. Save your family in a shooter/runner game where you evade from the clutches of the creeping undead. Similar to the first game, you run and run until you find noticeable changes in your area. Find weapons along the way and blast off these pesky little buggers to their doom. Surprisingly, the story takes you to 7 action-packed chapters and hundreds of challenges, not to mention multiple endings. A good start to our list, and it has a play score of 8. Investigating the unknown at number 9 is Lost Within. From the developers of Prey, enter a haunted asylum and face monstrous inhabitants. Play as an officer of the law trying to double-check any remaining anomalies inside the asylum before it gets demolished. Things go awry when you slowly encounter beings far from normal. Lost Within has its fair share of problems, but a sheer amount of scares and atmosphere kind of makes up for everything. It receives a play score of 8.18. Canceling the apocalypse at number 8 is Dead Trigger 2. Because of course, when we're talking about survival games, how could we forget the zombie FPS games? And for this list, we have one of the best of its kind on the platform. A game from Madfinger, this second installment of their Dead Trigger series brings the undead destruction to a global scale. Become part of the resistance and travel around to save the Earth from the viral outbreak. Choose from any one of their 30 different weapons and clean all 10 of their regions one zombie at a time. It's a gorgeous gore fest of a survival game, and it has a play score of 8.42. Dancing and building forts at number 7 is Fortnite. Fortnite really took a turn for the better when they answered the call for battle royales with the rising popularity of PUBG. And while they kept their roots in STW, that hasn't yet reached mobile shores. Not a survival game in the strictest sense, we could still make the case for the battle royale mode, right? Step inside the vast corners of their map and use cunning and skills to become the last person standing. With the addition of building to survival arsenal, Fortnite added a new layer of strategy to the formula, which is probably what gave them the edge in the first place. That and their totally memeable dance moves. It has a play score of 8.47. Trying to survive till the next paycheck at number 6 is Five Nights at Freddy's. From dolls to ventriloquist dummies, electronic automatons are probably the latest in that list of creepy, anthropomorphic inanimate objects. Capitalizing on these personifications of evil, Scott Cawthon built his survival horror. Already a series with 3 installments, there's nothing quite like the original, setting the tone for the panic-inducing camera checking that comes with it. Praised for the originality of its premise, Five Nights at Freddy's has become a popular choice for Twitch and YouTube streamers. Gotta warn you, it's as scary on the small screen, and it has a play score of 8.49. Before we continue, 28 games were competing for this top 10 ranking. You can check the complete list on whattoplay.com by clicking the first link below. Moving into a different reality at number 5 is Radiation Island. Nothing like a quintessential open-world survival game. Distilling the pure chaos of the open-world environs on the mobile sphere, Atypical Games pulled out all the stops to give you the complete experience wherever you go. Sign yourself up for the Philadelphia experiment and find yourself in the wilderness of a parallel reality filled with unchecked nightmares. From zombies to colossal dark beings, the dimension is rife with surprises, and your job is to make it through everything. Scavenge abandoned villages, craft weapons, and make yourself at home in the world of danger. It has a play score of 8.54. Sailing the Great Abyss at number 4 is Sunless Sea, an indie game from Failbetter where exploration is your strongest suit. Control your ever-present steamship and set sail for the great unknown. Let go of your undersea phobias and brave the deep dark abyss. Set in a dark Victorian Gothic universe, lead your crew to its salvation or demise, as long as you survive enough to achieve your life's ambition. Featuring a deep world packed with a demented premise and hand-drawn art, it's not for the faint of heart. It receives a play score of 8.55. Squaring up at number 3 is the Blockheads. If you want an iOS game that's as similar as Minecraft, Terraria, or basically any other sandbox game, then Blockheads is for you. It's simple. You explore, mine, craft, and build your own world. Survive within the changing of the seasons by adapting to the environment and thinking ahead. Its randomly generated world spawns various surprises, so keep an eye on everything. Make sure you don't forget to treat your character with a good amount of sleep, food, clothing, and shelter. It's just like any other survival sandbox out there, it has a play score of 8.56. Hoping for peace at number 2 is This War of Mine. It doesn't get any realer than this. While most games put a focus on the thrill and the action-based heroics of the battlefield, 11-bit opted for a more human path. Changing what it means to be human in the midst of war, see the tragedies unfold in the sidelines as you help a group of survivors through the hunger and sleepless nights that come with it. Create a home amidst the chaos as you manage resources by day and scavenge by night. It's a game that lets you see the two faces of humanity through your encounters with neighbors and other NPCs. Test your will and moral fiber as you face against difficult decisions in the name of survival. It has a play score of 8.59. And the best survival game on the iOS is Crashlands. You said it, we heard you. Butterscotch Shenanigans action-adventure RPG may not be a survival game by name, but it has enough of the genre's tropes to merit not just a mention, but the actual #1 spot. Leaving you fending off for yourself on a hostile alien planet, do whatever is possible to live another day and thrive in the extraterrestrial environments. Explore the vast wilderness, craft weapons and items, and fight against the dangers of the new world. Of course, you don't win the top spot with just gameplay. Crashlands is also an excellent game with its detailed art and unexpected laughs. Dominating the ranks of Android and iOS, it has a play score of 8.92. So that's it for today. Any games you think we missed? You could always tell us right here in the comment section. If you really like these games, you could always get them by clicking the Amazon affiliate links located right here in this description box below. And in there, you could also find a link to our website at whattoplay.com. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed that video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And a reminder to ring that notification bell if you want to receive all the latest gaming updates and live streams. See you soon. Before we continue, God, that was so bad.